that's it. So I called up these guys I knew at a skateboard magazine in California. I said, oh man, I'm gonna get on my stilts and light my whole stilt costume on fire. I'm gonna crack open a beer and pound it while I tip over and splat on the concrete. So these guys from the skateboard magazine said, we will shoot that. They waited until I got out there to say, hey, this isn't just for the skateboarding magazine. This is for a pilot for a television show on MTV called Jackass. Now, when Jackass came out, I mean, I was fucking ready. The first thing I did was I moved out to LA, and when I got there, we jumped on an airplane and flew to Europe to go film a special episode racing cars through all these countries. Now, I knew we were gonna be in the car for 5 days, so I challenged my Jackass buddy Chris Pontius to a friendly competition to see who could ejaculate the most times in the car while it was full of dudes and driving down the road. Those were the rules. So the race begins in London, England. Fireworks go off. The cars peel out. Pontius and I start tugging. But it was broad daylight outside, and our buddies were wide awake. We couldn't even get boners. But that didn't stop us. We are yanking on our wet noodles, just giggling. Ah. And London's got all those double-decker buses, so every one of them that goes by, everybody on the top deck is just looking right down. And we just wouldn't quit. We're literally sweating profusely, just drenched. I gave myself an abrasion. We got to the coast of England, drove the car onto a train, which went underneath the ocean and spit us out into France. Still jacking. Carjacking. Nobody was successful until we got to Belgium, where it was the dark of night. Pontius had fallen asleep next to me in the back seat. Johnny Knoxville was asleep in the passenger seat in front of me. The producer dude was awake, but he's driving, looking forward. I had some privacy. I was able to take myself on a date. And it's working, and I can feel it, and there is so much power behind that load after all of that tugging and trying. When I finally blasted it into that car window, it's a wonder I didn't break the fucking thing. I mean, it was like I shot it with a bunch of paintballs, just bow, 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 bow. It was incredible, and I couldn't believe it. I just woke up Johnny Knoxville. Dude, Knoxville, get up, grab the camera, man, film this. I wanted him to hurry before it all drizzled down too far, you know? And so Knoxville's just filming all this cum, panning across it while he asks, what's that on the window, Steve-O? And when he gets to me, I go, I don't know, you know? So we filmed load after load. Pontius, what's that on your race suit? Beats me. And MTV didn't end up showing a single one. There were 8 of them, by the way. We were nothing. But then we're filming the first movie, and I'm supposed to shove a toy car up my ass. I had put things in my butt. Fireworks, chicken, fish. I would never do that again because I'm a vegan now, right? But I had never really popped my butt cherry. I didn't care. This idea was so funny, you know? Doc, I don't know, I drank so much and my butt hurts. Like, you know, I need a nugget. Thing was that I accidentally told my dad the idea. And something about the way he said, oh no. He's like a super successful businessman. I know that's surprising, but he could handle a lot of things. A car up my butt was like over the line. So I told Johnny Knoxville and the guys, I can't do it, I gotta back out. You know, I said instead, I think I can drink a whole beer through my nose. If you make me a beer bong where the hose forks into 2 thinner hoses, I'll put 1 in each nostril. So they made it for me. I showed up to the set, I poured the beer into it, stuck the hoses in my nose, and I'm telling you, I pounded that beer so fast, it was amazing. But none of the other guys even giggled. And then Knoxville said, That sucked. Stick it up your ass. To which I immediately replied, we already established, I don't put shit up my butt. Which would have got me off the hook. If I left it there, I would have been free and clear. But then I foolishly added, and it probably wouldn't work anyway. But now we gotta find out if it works, because we're scientists. So I realized I fucked myself, you know? Literally. And they chopped off the thinner hoses, so I'm staring down the barrel of a dick-thick, girthy-ass beer bong hose. And if you think you know this story because you saw the butt chug in the second movie, I'll remind you this was the first. Nobody saw this. I started off by getting butt, ass, dick, and balls naked. Except I kept my shoes on. I laid down on the ground in the public parking lot we were filming in. And I took that beer bong hose and I just went for it, full force. It was shocking how easily it glided right in. I wasn't ready for that, man. I was mortified to have my buddies standing around watch it go in that easy. And I was so fucked up on drugs and alcohol, it did not even occur to me to pretend to struggle with it. No, it goes right in. And the guys are jazzed now. You know, they get to pouring that beer into my butthole right away. They're jumping up and down, chanting, chug, chug, chug. And right away, I can feel that cold beer inside my asshole, as you do. But nothing's really happening, you know? I tense up, I loosen up, I wiggle around, and then I do all of the above and kick. Lo and behold, the level of beer drops. My asshole took a gulp. It was amazing. The guys are going wild. This is the greatest thing they've ever seen. And I'm wiggling around and I'm kicking. Sure enough, I get a rhythm going. Boom, 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 boom. My butthole is fucking guzzling that shit, right? But I don't know if it was because I hadn't slept for 3 days. I had done nothing but cocaine and wash it down with liquor. For some reason, as much as this beer is going in my asshole, all this murky, yeasty, cloudy, brown shit is coming out. Like right into the hose. You could see it. That beer was getting murkier and murkier. It was like watching a Budweiser turn into a Sam Adams. And it was so fucking disgusting, even my buddies couldn't take it. Like, chug, chug, turned into, oh, God, oh. And so, like, they decided it had to stop. Out comes the beer bong, and they take it away. I'm laying on the ground, butt naked, fully loaded. And I giggle. Because I can feel what's going on. And I squeeze. I'd say I farted. But my butthole spit. This dark, coffee-looking shit beer looked like my asshole was chewing tobacco. And I'm laughing, and like, but then all of a sudden I get this inspiration. This great idea comes to me. And I like wiggle up, I go up into this crazy yoga pose, right? Like, I mean, I'm like right up in there, my body's curled over like I'm about to suck my own dick. But I didn't. I shit the rest of that beer into my own mouth. I know, it's gross. I drank shit straight from the tap. And I drank it. You know, like, and the most incredible thing is that it wasn't in the movie. I asked the director, I was like, why wasn't it in the movie? He said, because it was illegal. I'm like, I don't understand. I still don't understand. But you get problems. I'm an alcoholic and a drug addict, but I've been clean and sober for a while now. Yeah. It's actually been almost 8 years. And I don't know why why you guys would cheer for that, because I don't even recommend it. Right? If you don't have to get sober, fuck it. But I really had to, because like, I've been sober since Johnny Knoxville pulled an intervention on me. And you know you got a fucked up problem when your interventionist is Johnny Knoxville. Yeah, like, we have this law in California, right? It's called 5150. It says if you're harmful to yourself, they can lock you up in a psychiatric ward against your will. So Knoxville brings like the whole Jackass gang over, like the cameraman, director, all the fucking crew. And they show up to stop me from hurting myself after the motherfuckers helped me for 10 years. Yeah. The intervention that Knoxville pulled on me wasn't my first. It was like my fourth or fifth. But the thing about the first ones is that I hallucinated all of them. I swear, I was doing so much drugs. A bunch of times, all these people showed up at my apartment. I watched them walk in. Some of them came right through the wall. And yeah, they sat me down to have this serious talk, and then it turned out that none of them had ever been there at all. And that's when you know your problem is really serious. When your hallucinations are worried about you. So I had to get sober.